Okay, my friends, good morning. We're live on the Seneca Park Zoo Trail. Oops, sorry. We're gonna just do a little bit of an experiment. I can't see the chat, so I can't answer any of your questions or comments or anything like that. But we're gonna just cruise down the trail here and just experiment some. So hang on for the ride, and hopefully this will work. We're gonna mount you on my helmet today, and we're gonna just give this a shot and see what we get. So thank you if you are tuning in or just checking it out after the fact. Hopefully we're not just staring at the ground, as my helmet just became a lot heavier. Anyways, good morning from good old Rochester, New York. Like I said, we're on the Seneca Park Zoo Trail. We're gonna just cruise up to the zoo. We're running it from north to south this morning, and maybe we'll see some deer. We'll ride some of the easy stuff. We'll ride some of the hard stuff. I'll show you the secret Seneca Park bowl, as we call it, and that I know somebody's been working on. I have a feeling I know who has been working on it, but they have not shown their faces when we've been there. But yeah, so this trail runs all the way from the, what is it, Thomas Ave, Pattonwood Drive, right up by the lake, and it runs all the way down to the zoo. I got you mounted on my helmet this morning, as that seems to be the only way to put the camera upright. You're mounted on my visor, so we'll see how that works out. If it works out, y'all are probably just going, what is this guy doing? This guy's a madman. I don't know. Or maybe nobody's watching. But so this trail's kind of nice. You can ride the, if you stayed left back there, you can ride the nice easy stuff if you want a nice easy ride, or you take all the little zigzags to the right where you can ride some proper little single track sections, which are kind of awesome. Oh, that's definitely heavy on my helmet up there. I normally don't put you up there. I was looking for my mount for my Bell helmet to actually mount you further up my helmet, but you're just clipped onto my visor. And like I said, this is more of just an experiment. So if you had stayed left back there, you would have stayed on this nice wide, you know, greenway type trail. Or, you know, if you're just out for a easy cruise, or you got the gravel bike, that would work. We're right along the east bank of the Genesee River. Yeah, east. And like I said, this is, I think it's 3.5 miles down, maybe 3.5 miles back, with your options as to how hard you want to make the ride. But like I said, thank you for tuning in. I cannot see the chat this morning, so if you got any questions or comments or whatever, go ahead, leave them there, and I'll take a look at them later and answer them all for you. But just me, solo ride, took the day off. Gigi went to get her haircut, and she'll be back later. So I was like, let's go ride the zoo trail from the house, and I can experiment here a little bit. So hopefully it's working. If anybody's out there, it would be nice, woo, to know that it's at least functioning. So it's a pretty big drop off to the right there. Don't go down there unless you've got your true downhill bike and you want to land in the river. So surprisingly, with as dry as it's been, this is kind of damp. That I didn't expect. Not at all. But to the left is backyards and houses. I mean, It is a nice little trail. It's great for bringing the kids, especially if we just want to go for a short ride. It's fairly close to home. We can ride here if we really wanted to, but usually we'll throw the bikes on the car, and you can, I'm gonna skip that bud. You can park at the zoo and run it from south to north and back. Or there's I probably shouldn't put this out there, but there's an abandoned restaurant on the northern edge just across the street that you could probably park at and do your ride and stuff. Or you can park on the other side of the river at Turning Point Park, where you can ride a full loop actually. So there's a full loop where you can start at Turning Point Park and go south on that side, right across the boardwalk, and then just as you start climbing not the steep hill, but the gradual hill, there'll be before you get to where the split comes together, off to the left, there'll be a trail that goes down into the woods. And if you follow that trail, you'll end up behind Holy Sepulchre Cemetery, and then the old folks nursing home. Oops, I'm looking for the down spot here. There it is. You'll find that you can ride in behind there, and then you ride down, woo, to the bridge that goes across by the water treatment plant. And then you'll ride the zoo trail back up, cross the bridge at Thomas Ave there, and make it a real nice loop. So this little side chute here is a little tricky. There's a really tricky root section here that I'm not feeling today. I'm gonna just get off. It is rideable. I'm just trying to be a little cautious. I didn't bring any of my bags or anything like that today. I just threw a water bottle on the bike. Oops. But yeah, down there is a long ways down. Long ways down. So you can come down that little side chute, or you could actually come down this one a little further down, and it's not nearly as bad of a section. I try and ride all the little single track sections. There is one that I will skip altogether because the exposure is really real, and it is not a very comfortable turn. There's like a tree and stuff like that in the way, so you know that stuff goes sometimes. But yeah, so as we come out up here, come out to this clearing on the first little down thing here, I'll show you what we got. So there's a Turning Point Park and the boardwalk across the way there. And then it looks like the cement ship is in port today. All right, so when you get here, you can go down there, but there's usually a down tree. There's a big down tree at the bottom that, has never been cleared. I usually go right up here though. And continue on. Get a little recovery. Because recovery is always good. All right, I'm gonna just see if this is working. It is working. All right, I'm gonna stop for 1 second. I wanna just check if I can view this and if it's working. Because I don't even know if it's working. Oh, clearly it is. There, if I turn this down just a touch more, maybe. Oops. Okay, it is working. It's working great, actually. What I do want to do is just a little for you guys. But good morning again. Like I said, Welcome. We're on Seneca Park Zoo Trail this morning. If you're just tuning in, we have no chat. Can't see the chat, but we are just cruising. To the left, there's a little side chute. There's a creek you can cross. We'll skip that today. Good morning. Oh, it's pretty empty. You could actually have ridden across it today. All right, so this takes us to our next little section of fun. Woo! So I would say sections of this are probably black diamond. Most of it is there's the really easy circles, green circle sections, and then it's kind of a combination of everything, really. So this next section coming up here is very rooty, very rocky. Oh yeah. Good morning, guys. Can I just sneak by?
Yeah, let me get the dog.
No worries. What a beautiful morning.
Doesn't like bikes. So.
Ah, I see.
Enjoy.
You too, enjoy your walk. So a lot of walkers with dogs. But see, there's a lot of roots, rocks through here. Yeehaw. So this is probably what I would consider the black section. I mean, in reality, for some of you guys way out west or anywhere, this is probably still blue square level riding, but it is loose rocks, lots of roots, and this doesn't last the entire way. Again, you could have stayed left back there and rode some of the easy stuff, but we're on a mountain bike. So why would we not ride all the single track? Oh yeah. But yeah, all over through here there's all kinds of wacky little fun things. Little goofy sections, a little more mud. I can't believe there's mud here. I'm surprised there's mud here. Actually, very surprised there's mud here. It's been dry all week long. Okay. Whew. It's a good thing we're gonna get to a flat spot. You can have a little breather. A little breather would be nice. What a beautiful morning. So we're thinking in a couple weeks taking the kids to Hollymont Bike Park for our first true bike park experience. Anybody been there? Give us your trail recommendations down there in the comments. Let me know which trails are Annie appropriate. Remember, 9-year-old, although she's really loving Rufus. So that is a treat. All right, so remember I was talking about the bowl? That's coming up here on our left. It's up that little hill over there, which you can probably see. We'll tuck in there at the end on our way back through. Just remind me. Oh wait, you can't remind me. I gotta remind myself. Ooh. so quiet this morning. All right, now we got a little recovery here, and then we'll start the little right-hand chutes and single track that run all along here. So remember I was talking, you can make this ride as easy or as hard as you want. You can ride this trail just like this all the way to the zoo. But just before this hill, you can tuck right here. And then there are these little single track chutes in and out. There's a deer. Look at that, guys. Awesome. He's just hanging out. He is just hanging out. You can tuck right here. And then there are these little single track chutes in and out. Here. Sorry, I was just checking the stream. Make sure it's still working. Wow. He is not afraid of nothing. He's just hanging out there. Okay, back to the riding. All right, so like I said, on the right-hand side here, we'll do all these little downhill chute kind of things. Woo! Yeah, gosh, remember. Good morning. Was loose. The edge was up. I think we picked up a tree. Grapevine. All right, so that's the one we usually skip. We'll go in here. It meets up with that one, but that one on the right there is quite tricky, actually. It's the one I don't really like. Don't really like it at all. Woo! So it's very cross country. You're gonna pedal. There's no real downhill of any significance that's single tracky. The road back down from the zoo, maybe, but you gotta swim through the branches. Gotta swim through them branches, friends. Woo! But yeah, again, there's that little trail, that little roadway right there. So make it as hard as easy of a ride as you want. I love this trail. The first time that we rode on this was pretty incredibly awesome. Ooh, we made it today. I was seriously impressed with what was here. Okay. Whew. Recovery. Oh, it's only 140. Taking it easy for you. All right, so you can go that way, purple. Nice and wide. All the way up to the zoo. All the way up there. There's orange. There's right. You get yourself a little downhill. First we got walkers with dogs. Good morning, guys. How are you? All right, got a tricky spot here. Whoa. Oh, you guys almost saw me bit it. That would have been a bummer. I think I grabbed a little too much front brake there. Almost a little scared, because that would have hurt. It would have way hurt. Oops. Whew. Yeah, there's the burn. So, if you've tuned in, thank you for joining me for a few minutes of your day. We appreciate it. We just ride our bikes for fun, just have a good time. I hope you guys aren't pointed down too far now. You're in a weird spot. Wasn't quite sure what angle to give you. All right, so a little bridge. Okay. So don't get me wrong, there is some climbing here. But coming from the northern end, it's pretty much when you get down to the end. So from here all the way, it's pretty uphill. So now we are in the bottom of Seneca Park. Got picnic tables and grills when you get up on this end. And then you pretty much kind of have this path most of the way to the top of the road. The single tracky stuff. There is another little single track thing right there though. You can ride that. I just chose not to. And we'll ride it coming the other direction. So here we are, Seneca Park, and so the zoo's across the way there. Morning. Sweet. Everybody's out enjoying the beautiful blue sky, clear, sunshiny weather. Hey, I heard there was an aurora chance the other night up. I didn't see. I'm thinking maybe it didn't materialize. But anybody see it? Or so some of you guys north of the border in Canada saw it easily. All right, so bonus perk to having you guys streaming on my not so hot camera on my chest. 2. Helping me with breathing, believe it or not. Even though we're still working a little hard, we're not working so hard that we can't talk to you guys. So I call that a bonus. Sometimes I come through here and I'm cruising heart rate at, 175, 180. Today we're at a measly 150 and just riding, what do you call it, tempo maybe? I don't know. I do know that I would love to put a power meter on this bike. So I need a recommendation. I like to ride my flats when I'm just putzing around or riding with the kids. Not that power matters then. Or riding with Gigi. But it would be great to have for racing. So we've been using Zwift basement, and it is very nice to see power, and I know how much power feels like now and things like that, and it does make it easier. I'm gonna sneak by on your left here. Thank you very much. So it is very nice to see that when we're riding down there and training to that. I can really tell, you know, okay, I can do 220 watts, but it only lasts 15 or 20 minutes. Yeah, my power numbers are low, but when racing, I don't see them numbers, which means Men in Acres race, I'm pretty sure I just blew myself up the entire time because I didn't know what I was pushing out. Where my heart rate was, oh, excuse me, where my heart rate was during that race on the trainer downstairs, 150. Whew. Okay. There is. We're cruise up to the shady spot. Just stop for a second. Trusty truck with its access. A little. I do need a phone upgrade. Really? That didn't fix itself? That's odd. Huh.